Hello, hello. Oh, how's it going? How's it rolling? We're doing a weird type of stream today. It's gonna be primarily like game development. I haven't done one of these in forever, so it will certainly be fun. We're gonna just go ahead and get started here. So what we got going on is Rocky Town in a cavern. So I've been really focusing on this area here, and it looks pretty nice, but there's still a lot to do, including lighting and a bunch of other things, and I really need to fix this water before it irks me. So let's kind of get on that. If I can actually grab it. I don't know if I can grab it. Cat emoji, how's it going? How's it rolling? Hope your night's going well, Shadow Mom. It's just gonna be a really chill stream tonight. I'm just gonna do some random design work here. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it's this guy. This is the guy. This is the material. I'm looking specifically for like the wave tile, because I kind of screwed that one up. I didn't realize that when I was adjusting these guys that I was on unshaded mode, and unshaded mode does a lot. I'm gonna guess probably this guy. Probably not that guy. It's one of these values for sure. This guy. Ooh. Getting close though. It is definitely a tile. But which tile is it specifically? Is it the acoustics? No. But getting the acoustics to actually show, or caustics, would be kind of cool. I don't know why I call it acoustics. I'm gonna guess it's probably... Oh. Oh. Oh, geez. Microwaves. Alright, alright. Water tiling. Is it really that? I think that's our answer. It was at 1, so maybe like 0.8. I mean, that's slightly better. I'm slightly more okay with that water. Not really. Something about those ripples though. It's the sea foam. Oh well, we're getting distracted here. I'm gonna be hopefully hopping back and forth pretty well. It's going pretty good, Shadow Bomb. I was just chilling, playing some Pokemon. Not too bad. I'm almost done with the next area in that game, which is pretty fun. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? We can definitely do some more object placement for sure. Maybe have a fence over here would be kind of cool. That might be kind of cool. Let's grab that fence. I like to dupe a lot of the work that I have been doing. Alright, and what we could actually do is remove these guys. Have 0 here. I think maybe having a soft fence kind of come out would be kind of cool. That might be kind of nice. What is it? Roll click? No, it's Control Shift. There we go. That is not the key I was looking for. That is not the key I was looking for. Alright, let's get out of that. There we go. Beautiful. Still getting used to all the tools I got in here, but so far it's been pretty fun. It's a lot of what we used for Mogamera, so it's not like foreign or anything like that. I definitely need to get a better fence in here though, but that's easily swappable, which is nice. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. I don't even know if the music is going through, to be honest. I'm starting to think that it's not the case. Maybe. Hey, Edgy, how's it going? How's it rolling? Hope you're having a good day. I'm gonna add some boxes over here. I think that might be kind of nice. Wrong box. Right box. We're just having a little bit of a chill stream today. I figure it'll be nice because I've been wanting to do more level design for a while now. And this is a nice way of doing it. Now we can even add a little bit of a box guy right there. I just gotta be careful because I do know that the last time I was kind of doing this, Unity was not happy with me. I'll put it bluntly. Unity was not happy with me. I think maybe some sunflowers might be kind of cool. We dash it right there. We can definitely fix that lighting later. You know what? Actually, hold up. Maybe. All right. Let's try this. Oh, this is nice. Beautiful. And we can turn off that guy. Yoink. Let's see, some grass. I don't want to get too in detail with the grass and stuff like that. I don't know what I'm going to do with this area, though. That's going to be a fun one to deal with. All right, I'm going to have to slow that one down. There we go. That's better. Can't hear any music. Okay, yeah. All right, let me try and get that up a little bit. Because it should be coming through. I feel like I'm really loud. Let me turn that down a little bit. Let me bump that up. Now there should be music. There should definitely be music now. Fingers crossed. It's just a small playlist I grabbed. Yo, a rock pile might be kind of cool here. What kind of rocks do we got? We got... You know, we haven't used this rock yet. This rock might be the rock to end all rocks. Let's see, what are controls? Yoink. Nice. Add a little bit of a mountain here. I think we could do that, right? Flip it upside down. Shrink it. Squash it. Oh yeah. All right. I'm having way too much fun. So I have a triplanar attached to this guy. Homemade triplanar with a mask. And it works really well with squash and stretch and things. So I'm just having fun with that. I do think maybe having a little bit of a sharper tooth might work though. There we go. Maybe even add a little bit of a path here. Controls. Oh shoot. No. All right. So I have a bad tendency of hitting Control A. This has been an issue of mine. And because Control A is hit, it likes to crash out. So we'll give it a second. How's everyone doing tonight? How's the Saturday doing for you guys? I hear there was a fun storm a little while ago. So Pokemon of the day. So yesterday was Sinistea. Literally, so the Pokemon of the day, right? They're so random. The soul of someone who died alone possessed some leftover tea. This Pokemon appears in hotels and houses. So every time you see a Sinistea, it's somebody's soul that's actually went into a tea. Oh! We're live! Nope, Unity lied to us. Next up is Weevil. It's a pretty fun one. They travel in groups of 4 or 5, leaving signs of one another on trees and rocks. They bring down their prey with coordinated attacks. Again, another kind of odd one out. Wait, Mothering Sunday. That's an interesting day. Yeah, I definitely, I'm glad that we didn't, well, we did have a violent storm. That was a pretty fun storm. It was very odd. Kind of came and then went. Thankfully, we haven't had anything else after that point. It's funny because I heard that there's a lot of power outages down there from it, and I'm just like, man, we haven't had power outage in like forever. And that's pseudo true. There was one power outage, and I kid you not, it was like a whole grid of the city just completely out. All right, so we're finally loaded. We're not gonna hit Control A again. We're not even gonna hover over Control. For those of you who are wondering, Control A is select all. It's a very neat thing. So if you want to select everything from a document, Control A. If you want to select everything in almost any program, Control A. Unity, Control A selects everything, but it's not so great if you have a bunch of things that do other things and have a bunch of GUIs attached to it. Dad's heavenly birthday! That's nice! Aww. Yeah, I'm glad that I still have my mother around. We were just playing some RuneScape today. We got to do, it was a very weird quest. I gotta say, I really do enjoy RuneScape. It's one of those games where it's an MMO, right? But it's I honestly, people push it to like WoW and stuff like that. It's definitely not WoW. It's like its own flavor, and it's like it's almost like D&D MMO, to be honest. The quests are really fun. There's very little dialogue to each quest, so it's actually readable instead of a stack of paragraphs. So you actually get to know what's going on and stuff like that to a point. And we were doing a quest today that involved an evil dude who's trying to kill all the gods. And the best part about that quest is you get to do a mystery deduction at the start, and then there is a cabbage god in the middle of it. And the cabbage god threw me off guard. I was just like, what? Why is there just a cabbage sitting on the stool? All right, Unity, are you you gonna be okay there, Unity? I know what's doing it. It's Gaia and it's UModeler that's doing this. Everything else is completely okay. It's those two alone that if you multi-select them, just breaks everything. Didn't actually do too much. I'm gonna go ahead and force kill it. Ooh, it's repainting though. Is it such a good idea? We're gonna kill it. We're killing it. I'm not gonna wait any longer for it. Oh, are you actually? No. All right, where is the footage? There we go. All right, I'm gonna link that out so I can actually grab to my desktop screen and just force stop it. Hill of fire. Come on. All right, it's been murdered. Reloading. Slowly but surely. So, what other kind of creative things have you guys been up to? I hear Shadowmom has done some creative things lately. I know my girlfriend has been doing quite a few creative stuff as well too. She did an Espy, which is looking really cool. She finished it up and now she's working on a Hollow Knight Silksong model. But essentially, she made Espeon from Pokemon, and it's sculpted very well. Looks exactly like Espeon, and she made a little clippable pieces of armor, which is really cool. All right, we're back. We're not gonna get sidetracked. We're gonna actually focus on this area here today. I think that would be probably best. I do want to just quickly do up those last few things that we were kind of doing here. So I really did like this fence over here. Shoop. And we're gonna just duplicate and shift it. Interesting that this actually kept. That's crazy. All right, let's see, where were we at? This guy to this guy. We're gonna duplicate that. Shift it on over here. We're gonna remove 2 of the points. And we're gonna shift it and shift it. I did really like this little like fence piece. Gives it a little bit more style. All right, I did also really like the rock design that we had going over here. So we're gonna just quickly do one there. Flip it. Scale it down appropriately. Okay. No, maybe we don't do that like so. Have a nice like hill here. There we go. That takes up some of that space, and that means I can just have fun with the rest of this guy. And I think I'll probably litter it with some bushes here. Also, hey Raid, how's it going? How's it rolling? It's very weird calling you Rain, I gotta admit. I had a college professor that was named Rain. Every time I say it, I always remember him. Okay. And let's see, we had some of this grass over here as well too. I did like that quite a bit. And we can even add in a little bit of a bush there, just for safekeeping. I think. Oh, right there. No, it would work better there. We do need to grab this one and push it up. There we go. That's much better. All right, I need to keep an eye on chat as well too. You always call me by my old Twitch handle. I might. I do like the fact that you have the blender. Hello peasants. Did I add that, by the way, or are you really redeeming that every time, or is that like your entry point thingamajig? You know, actually, barrel. There we go. What we could do, I'm trying to think what the assets that we got currently, what would look maybe kind of cool. That's always a fun one. Maybe you know, literally really all I got are these chicken coops here, so maybe a chicken coop there. And we go back around to the back here. I really don't like this grass though. This grass kind of sucks a little bit. Let's get rid of it. No more grass for you, buddy. You're just now rock. Doink. Okay. That works. Can't hear the blurps. You should be able to. Unless if the music is that loud. Wait, am I mic? Yeah, my mic is going. Let's see. Can anybody play me a blurp? Me a blurp. Any of them will do. Pink fluffy unicorns. Gotta shove the pink fluffy unicorns in chat. I'm not sure why these resorted back to this grass, which is kind of interesting. We could definitely do the other grass, I think. What is the other grass? Let's find out, shall we? I have too many grass. That's gonna be that grass up there. All right. Grab this. That up, and then we tile the schmeckles out of it, and then we clip it a little bit more. Yeah, it works much better. Is that gonna affect these guys over here? No, not really. That's it's really nice actually. And then what we can do is lower this terrain just a smidge more actually. Control S to save just in case so that we can easily exit if need be. Because these controls get a little bit wonk. A little bit wonk. Alright, that seems to be good. Let's roll over here to this next area. So I was really hoping to do some like rolling hills type stuff here, which I think I got down pretty well from a standpoint. Definitely need some more trees though. Having one tree is pretty cool. I can't hear the blurps. Can't hear the blurps. Does the town have a cemetery? It does not. We do need a cemetery actually. Also, sorry, I'm like half off screen and half on screen. Okay, what's up with the blurps? I'm going to slide this over here and then slide this over here. Play a blurpy blurp. Okay, it's definitely playing. Advanced. Monitor off, monitor and output. All right, let me know if you guys hear this one. That should have heard. It definitely is peaking on my side at least. I just reset it, just barely. Okay, okay, is that better? Sorry, I couldn't help myself. The blurp is just as loud as that now. It shouldn't be coming through desktop. Is it coming through desktop? Off for desktop. Desktop should not be throwing it. Are you guys actually... Okay, was that actually hearable? Or is it because I actually turned down my volume? It might have been that, actually. Which I'm curious now. Is it still just barely? Because then it's definitely not even worrying about like where the decimal is for the sound. All right, I'm gonna continue. So we're gonna maybe tilt that a little bit and like that. I think I have a LOD selected. No, I do not. All right, beautiful. Maybe not like that since we already have that tree there. Maybe like so. Yeah. I can hear you, but no blurb. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. Go, guys. It's definitely coming out of my side. What if I just do monitor off? All right, one more tray.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Now I can't hear it, but you guys should definitely be able to hear that. Okay, we need bushes and other plants. Maybe another tree here. Hydration. All right. We got trees. Maybe like one here. You know, maybe having... Maybe not that tree. Maybe this tree. Maybe having two trees like that would look kind of nice. This kind of giving the prairie vibes. A little bit. That tree is floating. Okay, that's better. Maybe pulling this one back out over to here. Maybe like so. Maybe tugging this one out to here. Now I'm just creating a line. All right, we will work with that. We'll fix up these pathways. Something interesting I found out at least is that these guys are layers. So if you decide that if you wanted to paint the texture, right? And then shift this down, that happens. So that's where the rocky texture came from. Just scrub a little ways. Scrub it back. Maybe even disperse it a little bit. Show the road less traveled. Cemetery would actually be kind of cool over here, I think. Oh, dude, that would be wicked. All right, what are we gonna use for headstones? We actually don't have any grave assets, I don't think. Let me check really quick because we might actually have a grave asset. Gravestone, grave, headstone, tombstone. No, we've got nothing. There was an asset that I think would work here. Where was it? Haunted Village. There's got to be a gravestone in the Haunted Village, right? Oh, it's mats. It's literally all mats. Oh, meshes. Here we go. Here we go. Hills, houses, props. What do we got under props? More mats. Ooh. Bags, barrels, beams. More beams, boxes, carts, coffins. It's kind of morbid though. I feel like coffin is more morbid than just a headstone, right? Like a gravestone implies death, but a coffin is like straight up there's a dead body in front of you. There's tombs? What type of Okay, some of these might work. Let us import these guys and take a peek. Can we import? Hello? Oh, I don't have the asset downloaded. It's downloading it right now. All right, we're gonna dash up this over here. So this will be our train station marker for a giant train station there. I think having a gravestone site over here might be kind of cool, showcasing the fact that time has changed quite a bit. All right, we're gonna make this a little bit more paint. I think definitely raising up the land over here in this corner will help a little bit as well. I'll just go ahead and shrink. All right, Shift A. There we go. That is the slider for power. Oh gosh, what did we end up doing? What? What? What did we? How? That's interesting. We're not 100% sure why that's doing that. All right. Are you gonna do that with this? Yes. Is something up with the rock? What are your channel maps at? You know, let's just go with 0. Does that make a change? Because like we can paint over it, right? But we can't undo it. That's that is a new one for me. Material have. No, that wouldn't do it. There's no jitter to it. We're not like referencing multiples. It's just this has no mask, and the mask defaults 100. So the B is the height, which is telling me this needs to be that. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, when in doubt, let us try restarting Unity. You know, it wouldn't be game development if things didn't go wrong. Oh. Oh. You know, it might have been because I was trying to import those assets. Oh, a half-open coffin would be kind of cool. Okay. Okay, I'll check the coffins next when that asset finishes downloading. That might be kind of nice. Also, I seriously need a haircut. If I can do that with my hair, it's haircut time. Talking about healthy stuff though, right? So I got into drinking vitamin water, and it's kind of crazy just the amount of vitamins that are in the vitamin water. I literally, there's like 200% vitamin C in here and 100% vitamin B. So if you drink a full thing, you've got all your vitamin B right there. All right, let's see, where are we at? All right, so that is still an ugly mess. Why though? Oh, okay. You know, to be fair though, that does look kind of cool. It does look kind of cool. It's just not the style that we're going for. All right, and then we will swing it on over there. Let's not do Shift A again. I think that's what really kind of screwed up there. We'll go over here and yoink. All right, where are we at with those assets? What happened to those assets? It was what was it? Modular haunted village. I'm pretty sure these assets are probably not going to be useful. Meshes, props. We're on the second page, about midway down, and we wanted the tombs. All right, all the tombs, please, thank you. And the coffins. I actually have no idea what to expect from these guys. Is it actually importing? Hold on. No, it is actually not importing. So can we like open? Put a lot of windows. Oh no. All right, can we just toss it in here? That's a negative on that. How do we load this in? Oh, we do actually have to download. No, it's cached, that's why. All right, that's now officially downloading. While that's downloading, let's kind of mess with these guys. We need to figure out what we're gonna do with this dirt here. I was kind of playing with sand, and I don't like any of the sand so far. I also don't quite like the dirt in clumps like that. Not for this, at least. I think definitely sloping it out would help a little bit. Sloping it. Oh yeah, that's already helping tremendously. I am curious why though. Some of it is working pretty well, some of it is not working so well. You know, this kind of reminds me of the little islands in Ocarina of Time, which I really adore. That's feeling much better, actually. We'll brush up some rock texture. All right, there we go. I'm like, why is it not rocking? All right, we'll do the same to this guy as well. We'll hit that save button just to be extra safe. There we go. And we'll tug this one down a little ways. And we'll tug this one down a little ways. Up a little bit. And I really like the idea of having just a little here. I think that would be really cool here. All right, where are we at? We are 2.15 gigs. We be gigging. We got some rocks over here that we can definitely push down. I think overall what I'm kind of finding is that we need just more assets. Which we thankfully have. It's just grabbing those assets. And then tweaking them, of course. That's the fun part. All right. Now we should be able to pull from these guys. So meshes, props. We want coffin. And we want, you know, let's do a hay pile. I think that might be kind of fun. Hay blade, lantern. No way. None of this stuff is gonna be usable. I'm like 90% sure it's gonna be way too realistic. All right, tombs and import. And now we'll actually import. Operation in progress. Maybe. While it's doing that, we can add in a bush. I like my bushes. Bushes are just fun. They're nature's candy. And then we can do boxes. Whoop. Oh. Oh. Okay, we got it. Nice. So I'm trying out this new asset called Asset Inventory. And essentially it lets me see all of my plugins and only pull in certain assets, which is really nice. Because this comes from a very large asset pack. And I definitely don't want the full asset pack. Oh geez. Alright, so it's doing it for every single one. That's gonna be 4. Is it gonna actually update? Oh, it does! 3. 2. And the cool part is it's only through those things, and also I'm not sharing my screen at all, am I? Here we go. You guys are just sitting there watching a blank screen. I'm sorry. I looked over and I'm like, where's my screen? Where is anything? Okay. So we got that up and running. Let's see these coffins. So small coffin. We can probably throw all these guys in. All right, let's see. We can also test this out as well too. This will be a pretty good test. We want a new palette. So palette numero 4. Grab these guys, shove it on in here. I didn't sleep too good last night. Oh, dude, the winds were so violent this morning. It was crazy. It sounded like the whole house was just gonna take off. Oh, ouch. That was even worse. That was worse. Oh, we don't have the update. I was up until 2 a.m. Dude. I'm glad I went to bed way earlier than usual. I think it was... No, I lied. It was 1 a.m. when I went to bed. It's pretty late. All right. We got tombstones. Ooh, these could be useful, actually. Why is it like a ghostly... What's going on here? All right, let's do some peeking in. Convex Hall. Oh. You know, I think it would be useful. I think it's useful. That's we can easily adjust the textures on those guys. For some reason the holes are definitely showing though. I'm not. That's just weird. Let's fix it really quick here. We can remove these guys. Lizard. Maybe. Lizard. Okay. All right, let's see this. So we got wood. Wall beam. All right, we got coffin, coffee. I say coffee, but it's really just tombs. Yeah, I think the only one that probably isn't usable is the cross, just because of the implications that that gives. But the rest are really nice. Oh, dude, lantern is also really nice. I'm down for that. Hay pile? It's not like the worst. That's probably not super useful. The hay, though, is hay. That is probably usable. Does the casket open up? No. No, it's a closed casket, guys. We could easily modify that, though. Alright, let's get these guys rolling. We'll parent you. Then we will thumbs it down. We'll grab all convexes.
A banana in my ear.
Put a ripe banana right into your favorite ear.
Alright. And then we will go mesh colliders. We can... Is it really worth convexing convex? Probably not. And then not rendering you and removing you. Does that still work? I don't know. Actually, I don't think it does. we could definitely remove that guy, but I think. Wait, hold up. If we remove that, dude, they're still there. Nice. Okay. Okay. I dig it. I dig it. Next up, we gotta adjust these to be more appropriate. What kind of masks do they got? They only got normals and base colors, which is okay. Yeah, okay. Well, we know we're getting rid of the big tomb. Not super useful for that one. And the rest should be pretty good. Well, we're getting rid of that one as well too. Casket? Do it. We just gotta get rid of these guys. Okay, everything else should be pretty good. Yeah, okay. Thumbs those up. Select them all. Unpack and toss it on in. Hoping the ground dries up quickly. Oh, ooh. Tree sucks, man. Oh my gosh, so much chat. I'm sorry. I got woke up by the kitty cat. Playtime at 4. Oh no. Yeah, that's our cats 100%. I crashed hard last night because I didn't sleep well in the morning. Even had my sister asking me what I was doing up so early. Dude, I was also up kind of early too. I just went to go play Pokopia. We need to folder this. Is now it's easily selectable. Where did that go? Right here. And we slide it on down. I do like Nintendo music though. It's so fun. That's good to hear that everything is good though. Having trees come down is never fun. It never is. By the way, tonight's drink is real ginger ale. I've been really enjoying it. This is 0 sugar, and there's 0 calories in it. But while there's 0 calories in it, oh, dude, what? No, okay. 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 sodium, apparently. Not a significant source of sat, fat, trans fat, cholesterol, fiber, vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium. It's literally a nothing drink with just ginger in it, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. Oh, dude, I still remember when I was a kid, there was a tree that came down in the apartment building that I lived at, and it literally went through my bedroom window. That was a fun time. It was a loud snap, and then tree through the window. It was through my room as well too. I was horrified. I couldn't move as a kid. It was pretty funny looking back at it. All right, I think, should they wibble wobble? Yes. Can we do a ton of them? Not so much, but doing a few like this is really kind of horrifying in its own way. I quite like that. And what we could do is like one right there. It's like its own little town, and we'll do one right here. Actually, we'll do one and give it a buddy. And what about over here? I think over here would be kind of cool to hide one, because you would only ever see it from here. So where should it be at? Probably right about there. Bingo. I do really want to play with some like ghosties here and there. I think that would be really cool. So I definitely do want to play around with that. As a kid, I always hated the idea of random things happening in games. It spooked me so much. And here I am, just really wanting to do it on my own. We will maybe even like do that. Maybe. That looks pretty cool, actually. Sunken in the ground like that. We gotta add in some dirt here. We need a good dirt. That was rather traumatizing, I will admit, but it wasn't bad. It was just like it happened and I was totally fine afterwards. But I will say that made me kind of scared of windows and thunderstorms and things crashing through it later on. If there's ever a thunderstorm and I'm like directly in front of a window, I hate it. All right. Does this work actually work for this? Also, I can't go any smaller. Sort of. I think so. You know, we'll do it for now, and we'll swap it later. Shrink this out. I do definitely like the idea of having this sort of like pathway not discreetly seen. Oh, maybe something like that. Well, why are you doing this? Unity. Unity. Something, okay, so it's like it's taking the texels around it and it's screwing up so badly. I'm wondering, because it's like on one. Oh. We are onto something here. Oh, maybe not. What if target strength is not 1? You have issues? Yes, yes you do. All right, I'm gonna restart here. I'm going to dip, save, restart, and I will not forget to turn it back on again. Need like a little button. I am really curious what's happening though, because I have never had that happen before where it does that weird Texel issue. I'm kind of curious now. Unity 6.3 Air messes up. All right. Terrain shader graph. You know, no, that's user-based issues. We be back. Blinding white screen. Sometime. Somewhere. All right, there we go. Grass, please. Thank you. It does kind of worry me though that now it could just be at any point, anytime. This just bugs out for no reason. Okay. There we go. Just soft dab. Aw, it makes a little heart. It's a little heart grave. I will shift this one over a little bit and there we go. We can definitely shift this one off to the side. There we go. What about this little ridge? I don't like this ridge. Let's move this a little bit. We could definitely do something with this. Little budding tree, I think. And we can definitely trim down the leaves so that it actually does look like a budding tree, I think. Let's toy with that, possibly. We definitely do have the ability to do this, and I think... No, that's too bad. Okay, no, I definitely do have it up. I look back at my streaming screen and I'm like, it's not there. What? I'm now hallucinating that I'm not streaming. Okay, here we go. Do some rocks. I really do love that triplanar. That triplanar is coming in real handy. You can even scale this up even further. And I think what we could probably do is raise up this tiling just a little bit. Raise down, I would say. There we go. Oh, it looks nice. Okay. Grab another one. Shrink. Grab it. Shrink it. And punch in the middle. Alright, and what we could potentially do... I'm trying to think here, because the issue is we just don't have a lot of general assets. So for something like this, Be having a nice rock beside it would be kind of nice. And then the other beautiful part I will say to all of this is that we can definitely come back through and readjust as needed. None of this has to stay. And I think putting in a bush. What happened to the bush? Where did my bush just disappeared? What? My bush completely vanished from my assets. It's just like it yeeted itself. Oh no. Alright, let's go grab bush. Bush, you're gonna go back in here, bud. Oh. What is my editor doing? Did it really take that long for the lighting to fade? No, it's definitely doing something with layers here because it's showing me additional sound volumes and volumes. Okay, interesting. I'm not gonna question it. Okay, we're gonna. Are you okay? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? I just wanna paint. Oh, okay, I see what it is. Alright. Out of that, I can say what I'm probably not gonna use UModeler in the future. It is troublesome. And I want to click off of it. It just does not like to be unclicked. Raise this up, bring it lower, and maybe add a tilt to it. And there we go. I think what we could potentially do even more is add in a couple of things. I do like having pots. I think pots would be kind of cool to have over here. Kind of like a little bit of an offering there. And definitely a stump to fit and look on. They're on looking. What else can we do to this? Maybe add in a couple of logs. Maybe even have like a little bit of a charred fire. That might be kind of cool. And you know, definitely do like a little sign. And we could grab one of these guys, right? Hear me out. Could do something like this. A little bit of a break in there. I feel like it hasn't really been used for a while. That. Like that. That looks kind of nice. We could grab one of these rocks. Probably not that rock. Probably something more like this rock. No. We need a flat top head. Maybe something like this. Something that actually has the appropriate texture. Something like that. You can even just do like that. That looks kind of interesting. I don't like the fact the wood kind of goes nowhere, but game logic. Oh. But like, where did the logs come from? Okay, that's better. Keep seeing our way through. What other kinds of assets do we got? We do have books, you know? Do like a stack of books. Maybe like a few books. Like 2 books specifically. That is actually looking kind of nice. You know what would really finish this up, right? Fence. Fence would go a long way here. Duplicate and maybe actually just do center. There we go. Oh, you know what? Actually, I lied. We have specific rock fencing that would go really well here. And I think what we could do is something like this. It did it to me again. I think I know what's going on though. Select, drag it on in. I very much like my rock fencing back, please. Can I put it back? Thank you. Definitely did something weird. Okay, back to this. Zoop. Put a little bit of a crunch. Yeah, like that. Just a little edge. And then we could do a couple of wood fencing here. What is it doing? Okay. I have a fear now that it's just randomly deleting stuff, and that's also not the fence that I pulled off. But it'll do. It'll do. Yeah, it's just like wanting to reselect the terrain a ton. That would be helpful at the pivot there. Duplicate this, center it, and rotate it up. And then we will grab some of these and do a little bit of a teeter. Since it's what we've been kind of doing for the rest of this, I think it makes the most sense here. Yoink. It is kind of cool how much you can get away with in terms of reuse. Recycle, reduce, reuse. Yeah, oh, nice-ish. Right here. Do some pretty nifty ones over there. Here. And finally out there. And then I want to do something to help cover this up. I'm not sure. Apparently version 4 of the river asset that I'm kind of using to do these spline works does better with meshing, but I still probably wouldn't trust it to mesh completely. So we're gonna dash in some rocks. When in doubt, throw some rocks. Okay, what we could do is something like so. And then we want like a 3. I played a lot with texturing and trying to figure out what could, maybe not could work. Okay. Definitely shrinking that. Definitely doing that. Maybe something like that. Might be kind of cool. Okay. That. Okay. That will give me enough room to kind of fade between these two and make sure that this section is a little bit less wavy as well. So that should be pretty easily doable. We can definitely raise this one up a smidgen. I feel like we might have lost that nice tier though, but that's okay. Actually, yeah, let's keep it to that. Raise that up and then call it there and kind of flex out that bit. Actually, we could, that helps out a ton. That's not too bad. A little small area. I am glad that somebody said tombstones. I think that was Shadow Mom, because that's definitely coming in handy. It's really helping make the scene feel a little bit more fuller. We need some trees that are barren though. Dead trees. And some trees that are half bits. Okay. So to do that, we're gonna want to do this. We're gonna select the shader. I lied. We're not gonna select the shader. We're gonna save just to be extra safe. I'm gonna grab this guy, select the material. Create 2 variants. We actually do already have 2 variants. Ooh, excuse me. Dead. Because I think all of these guys are unique for the most part, so we can just go to the material manager here. And we can also run through this tree here, right? So this broadleaf. Grab these 2 guys, materials, and slot in the correct ones. So the dead variant of the bark and the leaves. And then we can select this guy and drag and drop as a variant. Beautiful. We'll name it dead variant. We'll trim out that portion there. And through the magic of sliders, we're going to add that guy into our set list here. Slide it beside the trees, of course, and then over here on the material manager, we're going to grab this guy. Oh, apparently that did not get rid of those 2. Which 2 still have it? Oh, the parent actually has. I keep forgetting that the parent is also a tree. It makes me think that it's not, but it is. Okay. So now we only have dead variant. So if we go underneath of the leaf portion, right, we should be able to just raise the alpha clip up. And that should like fix us. Question is, where is that clip at? I think it's actually underneath of just the render settings. Well, that's alpha clip. It would have to be under surface settings then. Maybe I just missed it. Global coats. Main alpha. That sort of works. Sort of. Not really though. I could always just take off the leaves entirely, but I feel like having some leaves on there would be kind of nice. Let's maybe... Interesting. I feel like there should be a noise. There's gotta be a noise here. Wouldn't be our coloring setting? Withering or seasons. Neither of those guys would be worth it, I don't think. My gosh, I thought there was just an easy slider to kind of patch it, but that doesn't seem to be the case. We could probably add on a generic noise map. That might be the way to go. But for the meantime though, we can just clip off the leaves. And I think that's probably what we're gonna do. Question is, does this actually work? Ooh. It do. It do? It do. Okay, we'll just do that then. Selecting that. Okay. We will just go ahead and yoink. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, okay, that's okay. And we will greatly lower that wind because holy cow, that wind. That would be under motion setting. Oh. Oh, interesting. Man, that fixes things right up. Okay. Well, that's easy. I don't like how different those are, though. We'll definitely have to play with that a little bit. Shoink. And then we'll shift one of you. Shift one of you over to here. Nice. As far as making the leaves sort of disappear, I think we're gonna have to go away from that. And just stick with it for now. We'll probably make a variation with it with less leaves. Actually, you know what? We could go on over to here. Kind of thinking what I'm thinking. Iron fencing. Or normal fencing. Normal fencing would work. Actually, let's yoink. Yoink. I'm not really sure why the pivot is all the way over there. But it is literally like not existent, which is interesting. Thought I accidentally hit Control A there. Control Shift, click, 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 and click. Not sure why I really like the wavy fences, but I kind of just really enjoy wavy fences, it seems. Wavy fences go hand in hand for me, apparently. That looks kind of nice. The only issue is now we gotta... Did I add in points? I totally did. We've just created points that are existent but are not existent, and I keep doing it. Please. Where are you at? Yeah, that's not the thing I have selected. That is not the thing I have selected. Thank you. Thank you. So many. Okay, I was about to just delete my whole terrain. There we go. Fixed. Fixed. Okay. I can select it. Maybe. Alright. I really can't wait till we get a better fence. This one just kind of sucks. Let's be honest. it doesn't even line up appropriately. That's gonna be like one of the first assets I go ahead and redo. Alright. Maybe having a rock wall here would be kind of nice. Do it well. But if you're wondering why I'm not doing this in the curvy section, laziness. Laziness is the best answer there. That, and I just think that these guys look better, straighter, because they just don't have the geo that it needs. Okay, that works. We'll grab these two, tuck it on over here. Grab this tree, give it a slow nudge over there, or maybe actually over here. Yeah, the shadows look so much nicer over there. This tree definitely needs to come down, I think. Over there. Alright. I feel like we've totally lost the plot here. We decided to jump over to this area, which I'm cool. I think it's a pretty good area. It needed some TLC. Alright. We can add in some welds. We do have those. There. We could definitely add in a community well there. And I think right here. And one. We'll do a creepy well over here. I'm guessing you guys can hear blurps now. I'm not sure if we ever actually fixed that issue or not. Oh yeah, this is starting to feel nice. This is starting to feel nice. A couple of things we can do is definitely add in some timber logs. I think that'll go a long way. What's that under? Middle? It's shift. No, it's shift and yeah, no. Huh. Huh. Shift in that? Oh, it's shift in that. Okay. Blink. I feel like growing up as a kid, I always found these log piles to be kind of interesting, and I loved them as a kid as well. They were so fun. And also so very dangerous. We'll do a log pile over here. Just for fun's sakes. Also, yes. Okay. So it is doing something weird then when I'm rendering it to monitor and then also have it go over speakers. Which is interesting. Yoink. We will bring you down. Bring you down into the ground. Like so. Maybe like that. And then definitely like so. Kind of a tree hug ceremony there. Okay, what else do we got here? We do have benches. Oh, we could do some benches. Okay, bench time. Definitely have a bench like here. That's kind of cool. Definitely. You know what? we're gonna go even more ham with it. Okay. And chilling. The chill bench. I'm going to shrink these up a little bit. Not as wide. But there is one underneath up here. How? Bigger, this one a little bit smaller, this one a little bit bigger. There we go. Looks more natural versus what it was at beforehand, and we can make these out a little bit and make those actually fit in. I don't think I ever touched up this side now that I'm looking back at it, because no, I definitely did not. Raise these up a little schmidgen. And you know what? We could reuse this guy. It will look much better without that grass, though. One of those times where grass does not belong. But we'll worry about that later. It's a material thing. Won't really matter too much in the end. We can add in some boxes down here. Just those 2 boxes. I do like those 2 boxes. And some more nature. I like the bushes though. I know I've said that a couple of times. I'm a bushaholic. Alright, what are we gonna put out in front of this guy's house? Probably, you know what? Let's do awning with some veggies. Can tuck this on over a little bit. Nice. And because they don't care about their carts, we'll put one over here. So now I know what that is. That's the hull that's showing there. Also, a little rock wall. Kind of help make the space feel a little bit more natural. Gotta be careful not to go into doorways. That works. That actually really does work. Okay, hold up. We're gonna do something here. We're gonna grab that, do this. We're gonna set the height about there. We're gonna slope it. That's fine. Let's see. Can I actually paint? That's your answer, I guess. No. Woefully not. Okay, well, we're not gonna worry about that then. We will deal with it. On a few more trees. Yes. You can paint not how you were expecting. Hey, Unor? Unor. Yes, I agree. I don't know what's going on tonight, and this is kind of new to me, at least. It happened while I was streaming. I'm like, that's game development for you. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. For some reason, it's like wanting to do squares, and it's the height that's like messing up with the layers for whatever reason. So that's pretty fun. We got a little bit of a town going on here. It's a little bit of an abysmal town in a cavern. And the whole idea is it's going to be naturey, but it's going to also include lots of dark notes like gravestones all over the place and stuff like that. So it's coming along pretty fun, I think. We need to not do so many bushes here. There we go. We need to cover this up though with something. What are we gonna cover that up with though? You know? Possibly tree. Possibly tree. Hear me out. Hear me out. Yeah. Oh, I think that's gonna have issues though. You know what? We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. That tree does look really nice there. It looks like it was meant to be there. All right, what about this spot? Rock wall. That's the answer. Rock wall everything. Also 100% Angie. I feel like wood piles was like a part of my childhood. All right, we're gonna do one. Let's do two. Let's tug this out. There we go. I don't do too many game dev streams, so this is kind of oddball out. I used to do them in the past. I might go back to it again. I've just been getting creative, I guess is the best way to put it. The urge to be creative again. And there's a couple of things I really want to do, which will be quite a lot of fun, I feel. Okay, you pretty well. Yeah, no, that works. Alright, I really wish I could paint, because I just really, it's like a kick now. We'll give another vase offering. Boink. Should we do a bench? Or maybe like a little fire pit. That could work. Boink. One of these tanks. There we go. Not bad. Alright, we're gonna add in some of the bushes here. I do like the fluffy bush. The fluffy bush with the outline that I got going on is gonna be killer. I think that's the cool part, at least, right? So while we're not necessarily there yet to lighting and all that good stuff, testing out all of these guys beforehand, it's gonna yield some really freaking cool results. We could definitely add one here just to help out that wall a little bit. Just a smidgen. Also, since this is going to be the player's first town, it's going to be nice so that they can just jump all over the place in it. They're going to have fun jumping. I think that's kind of the beautiful part about this, though, is that it's meant to allow you to jump and just roam around in. Oh. There we go. I feel like my playlist just looped, though. Is the playlist even, Oh yeah, it is looping. Okay. Let's, jump over to this guy. That is not the slope. This is the slope here. Strength. Rush strength. That okay. Okay, it is definitely doing it. It definitely does not look like it though. We can definitely ease that guy a little bit more. Okay, it's not too bad. What are we gonna do with this area? The lack of assets is really starting to get to me. I really want to put like some market stalls and stuff like that. We do have a chicken coop. We could coop it, fence it. So the beauty of this, everything is kind of placeholdery, so we can easily swap it with new stuff as we get it. Yoink. So while this fence might look pretty awful, once we do get an actual fence piece in that'll work for us, it should be pretty good. And I actually don't think we need all that much here. Just maybe like a little piece of it. Just to help like mesh it, right? Yeah, okay. That's pretty decent. Alright. Maybe yoink that just a edge. There we go. Alright, that's slightly better. What about this spot? You know, we could... Hear me out. Duplicate these two. Put it up. Is that actually going to work on this hill, though? Probably not. But we could use it as a clothesline, and I think that would be just as fun, if not funner. Although, I feel like if it's going to be a clothesline, making it on such uneasy surface would be kind of a death note. Let's make this slope a little bit more easier. Flatten. Let's go about there. Let us not be that strong, please. Alright, that should be good. That's better. That's better. Slash, this could also be a small, like, tool area as well, too. I'll spin this one to not be the same. We'll spin this one to not be the same. Maybe even rotate a little bit. There we go. And we can add in some more of that lumber there as well. What else do we got? We got sacks. You know, let's do some sacks. Various sacks. And this could also be a small garden back here, I think, as well. That would be really cool. We could even do like a little bit of a... can it be a garden? Yes, it can. Alright. Alright, we're gonna grab these, drag these down a little ways. Because we have terraces here. So if we actually do what I want to do for the terraces here. This. Next up, we raise this guy up. Right about there. I gotta say though, level design is one of my favorite parts of game design. I think it just goes well with me. I enjoy it. It's such a chill time. The thing I will say though, I also find programming to be just as fun at this point. Within like the past 2 years, I want to say, it's gotten to the point that I have found art in programming, and that to me is pretty darn cool. The way of how you set things up, the way of how you tie things together and structure it, whole art onto itself. Let's grab one of these stairs. We will greatly slide that on down. Get down. I don't know if these will actually work. Maybe. Maybe. Alright. hear me out. We're gonna do what we did beforehand, right? So we're gonna raise those up just enough. We're going to go ahead and yoink one of these guys. Maybe spin it. Yeah, there we go. I gotta say that triplanar took me ages to make. Probably one of the best time sinks by far, though. That and the mask map. Ah, those two are glorious. Maybe not. Could we? Can we? Would this work? It's not beautiful. But we do that. We hide these corners with some of these bushes. Oh my god. Where is that tool at? Brush properties. Yes, thank you. Rotation. Rotate to surface is off. Why are you rotating? Oh, it's on for the bush, but it's off for the rock. Okay. Okay. There we go. Maybe. Is that actually not going in? Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. And we could just make a little rock as well too. There we go. Divert the eyes. Put you in actually. Oh, it's nice. If we could even do even more dramatic. Nice. Okay. Not bad. What we could do as well too. We are not selected on anything. We're selected on something. No, we're not. Raise this up just a smidge. Okay. I got rid of the tree line design though. We could keep it though by moving this over here and doing that. That actually works better, I think. Having something on two slopes a little bit higher. Does that mess up anything else though? Nope, pretty good. What are we gonna do for this hill? I think we're finally gonna use these rocks though. Yoink. I have a bad tendency of making sound effects. That seems to be like my go-to. Okay. Bobble it. And we also have some smaller rocks as well too, like so. We can just kind of mesh in there. What else do we got here? We do have barrels. That doesn't really make much sense. We could do... yeah, what other kinds of rocks do we got? Do you have this type? Colored? It is not. Wait, what is this one colored? See, could work. Maybe sinking it down to the hillside might help a bit as well. Think. Yeah. Not put this one out so much. This way here, your eye kind of just blends over to that guy. Yeah, that works. Yeah. I am like itching to do terrain painting though. Can we raise this up? Oh yeah, man, the slope feature, amazing. Why is that's not the slope feature? Okay, all right, hear me out. We swipe, slope. Okay, that's getting some really fun texture in there. Shoot. I wish that the strength was more appropriate, I guess, between these guys, right? Like, they didn't share their strength necessarily. Okay, so we got that. Wagon, I think, is needed over here. And Control S for save. Holy cow. I do not want to lose that. We've made some pretty good progress. Okay. Where's that wagon at? Did we? No, it's still here. Okay. Good. And what we could do as well too is have a little bit of a trough. Yeah, that works. That's cute. The trough over here. I wonder if we could maybe do green, or if maybe that's too much. That's too much. We should keep to the hills. Nice green, big area for the player to run around in. Something here. Rock, maybe? Rocks are probably going to be my go-tos. Type of rock. Maybe like this type of rock? Could work. Okay. All right. That's giving me more space to work with. We could always... Yeah. Right. That's not like the worst thing ever. We can duplicate this one more time. Shove this over to here. Up a little bit. You we will go with a try of rocks. All right. What can we put around here? Offering. And a couple of signposts, shall we? This one should probably be a little bit more indented, possibly. Ooh, you know what? That's perfect, actually. All right, do one there. Angle that guy. Like, let me go outward or inward? Outward. Have a oh man. Oh man. We have a fenced piece. I forgot about this. Alright. Alright. We're gonna play with that later. We're gonna grab this guy. And it's just going to be on its back. Kinda room. There we go. Half in the ground, half not. That looks kind of nice. And we could do just some lumber. And some nature. That's really nice. Okay, all right, I dig it. I do like the idea of a crunchy hillside though. Do we have a hillside by chance that could be crunched? Not over here, I don't think, but we do have a few other areas. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Can we crunch with this asset? Like, I have not tried. I feel like this is too detailed to crunch, though. Possibly a little bit not high enough. Yeah, I think it's not going to be high enough. Well, we can at least do 2. Alright. We can maybe duplicate those guys. Are we on center? Yes, we are. Globalize that sucker. Drag and drop it there. I don't want to get too detailed up next to this guy though. Can we accomplish that? I think it's yes. It looks not bad. We can definitely help trim a little bit of it there. That gets rid of all the wonkiness. Yeah, I'm kind of really digging that. Maybe raise this up and have it be just a set point. We're gonna add in a couple of more gravestones here. more to be safe. Like, it definitely needs to be sunk in a little bit. A little bit. Do we have a... I keep thinking that coffin is a log. I'm like, log! Alright. And we could definitely do pots here. Again with the bushes. We're gonna have to find more bush variants. All right. I can even do this, and this is a cool kind of callback Easter egg. I would say all the graveyard stuff I've done in the past. Also, no worries, Shadow Bob. Have a good one. I apologize. I'm kind of half ignoring chat because it's in the way of my palettes. Also 10. Oh my gosh. Let's wrap this up pretty quickly here. Also, I hope you guys have enjoyed this so far. If you do, let me know. I might do more in the future. I have a couple of various things I would love to do. I might not be able to show too much of this one. Definitely in this like early stage I'll be able to for sure. But there's a few that I definitely do want to get to. One of them being a Warrior Cats game. So that's definitely gonna be on the horizon. I have been playing around with fur and all sorts of different fur generators, and it's I think I found a pretty nice one. Be pretty neat. Okay, what do we want to do with this? I think we should grab something like this, right? Grab this, tug it on over. Rocky crevices up, because I think that would be so freaking cool. I don't know what it is about like cliffs and docks, but just something about it screams this is neat. And we can definitely do a rock jutting out, maybe even covering it a bit, and you know what? Let's do one of these guys. Oink. I don't know if you guys are fans of Bob's Burgers or not, but in one of the episodes they go camping, and whenever I see that rock specifically, I'm like, it's the camping episode. Alright, we're gonna need to do there. Actually, and hear me out. We have a lot of null space that we can't really do stuff with. So if we help minimize that null space, adding in some various cliffs. Let's not do that. Let's do it on that axis, please. Thank you. I swear to gosh, half the battle is just remembering if you're in center mode, pivot mode, or world mode. Each of the modes have a very different way of moving things around. That's starting to come nicely together. We can flip this over onto its head. And definitely do that. Not so spiky. Are we inside the house? We are, but not by a lot. I'm okay with that. That's nice. Okay. All right. Rotate this a smidge. Get slightly different art there. Beautiful. And for added benefit, can do is have a little box, and that fills in that area pretty dang well. Also, maybe even a light, which we still need to add lights to. That's looking gloomy and cool. Maybe not necessarily those there. I gotta say, I really do enjoy the chillness of some of these level designs. It's just, it's a really fun time. We can, ooh, that would be beautiful, actually. Hold up. That fixes that issue as well, too, where the player would potentially jump into it. Maybe even like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right there. Right there. That's beautiful. That's just fun. The only thing I don't like is that little clipping about... Yeah? Oh, that's like the best of both worlds. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. We can, grass? No, we'll do some of these. I need to try and save the grass for the actual terrain to handle, because I do not have a good, what do you call it? Occluder. I'd like to try and run without that this time around. All right. Beautiful. There we go. No hang-ups there for the player. Hook in. All right. Digging it. This is coming along pretty well. We still have a lot more to do though, including this section over here, which will be rather fun. So this one over here is going to be permanently farmlands. I definitely do need some farm assets though. Definitely a crop at the very least. And then something up here. I'm primarily thinking it's going to be a lot of rock, probably. Because realistically, the only playable section needs to be this section. And that's going to probably be the most extravagance of the area. Yeah. Alright. Well, thank you guys so much for watching Hangout. I'm glad / hope you guys had some fun there. Let me know if you do enjoy it. I will be back Monday with more Final Fantasy 13 3 though. And I'll definitely have to give some updates of how this is going. I think I'm going to be having to stop level design here a little bit and start working on some character designs as well. So that'll be fun. Alright guys, hope you have a fantastic night. hope you guys don't have to deal with any more harsh storms, and I will see you later.